Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Super GTA. Today we have a massive announcement from Apple, maybe the biggest since 2006. Apple has ditched Intel and they've gone for their very own lineup of chips for the new MacBook Air, MacBook Pro 13-inch and the Mac Mini. Now Apple has been using their very own chips in their iPhones and iPads for some time now, and they are the industry leaders, so rest assured they're going to be very good chips. Last year's iPad processor was comparable to a desktop class CPU, and that was done with no fans in a thin design that was absolutely silent, which was just crazy. We can only imagine what these new chips will be able to do in these new Macs. It's pretty exciting. Apple is calling the new processor the M1 chip. Within this one chip, it has 8 CPU cores, 4 efficiency cores and 4 high performance cores. This is pretty cool because it can switch from low to high depending on the task and whether it's needed. This way it can save on battery life and it can have more performance when needed. It also has an 8-core GPU and all of the RAM within the one chip. This is fairly unusual and very new. It's usually all separated on the motherboard, but this time it's all within the one chip. This should really help the speed of things with everything being so close to each other. The new Apple CPU uses a 5nm process, which is years ahead of Intel, which is still using 14nm and 10nm. With the 5nm process, it will make the MacBooks very, very efficient. How about 17 hours battery life compared to last year's 10 hours with the Intel CPUs? The best part is, even though it's so efficient and there's so much more battery life, it doesn't affect the performance. If anything, it's up to 3 to 5 times faster than what we had last year. Now we'll see how that really plays out in the real world in about 2 weeks when people get their hands on these items, but it looks pretty good so far. One of the biggest bonuses of Apple using their own chips is that now you can run iPad and iPhone apps all on your MacBooks, which is super cool because there are a lot of apps and games that people love. The new release is focused on efficiency and battery power for the smaller devices. The 16-inch MacBook Pro and the iMacs won't be receiving an update until next year. The new MacBook Air with the M1 chip has no fans at all, which means it's completely silent. The 3 devices that are launched today with the new M1 chip have a maximum of 16GB of RAM, which is still plenty for most people, but it might be a little bit low for some power users that like to do video editing or some photo editing and things like that. For those people, you'll have to wait until next year until Apple releases the more high-spec versions of these MacBooks like the 16-inch MacBook Pro and the iMacs. So guys, what do you think of the new lineup of the M1 chip? Is this something that you would purchase? Or are you happy with what you have right now? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching guys. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or follow, and I'll see you in the next video.